It's going to be a very busy day at the toy store. Right off the bat, we are going to be moving these three kind of half-Gaylords of scuff stuff over to the new storage unit. That's right, we have 4 storage units next door now, and we use them all. We do a lot of shuffling back and forth, and it's nice to kind of have the overflow. Now this afternoon, big Whatnot show, 2 o'clock. Should be a lot of fun. We're gonna sell a lot of toys this afternoon. And speaking of selling toys, last night's eBay orders, 4 packages, still selling some stuff on eBay. But before I move these, I'm gonna top them off with some plastic because I do have to go get the forklift and it's gonna be going across the highway there and it might be raining. So I'm gonna top it off. Now, why don't we lay this stuff out? What's the deal with it? We just don't have enough yet, right? You've got 1, and you've got 2, and you've got 3. And there just aren't quite enough toys to do an open box sale, but we don't want it hanging around over here in 2.0. We've got $42,000 retail buy coming in. We're ramping up the Whatnot, and I really just want to free this space out of here. And then I'm gonna put some of these bikes we've got laying around. We talked about this yesterday, probably put those on sale, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's get this stuff covered up, get it moving, and then we will continue the day. Here's kind of the deal with all this. You can't get around. Like, it's hard to move around Toy Store 2.0 with all this stuff just crammed everywhere. And I've got all this extra plastic. We use this plastic when we do our sales, hang it over the shelves here, and there's just no room to maneuver. So we got to get this cleaned up a little bit. And I did see some comments. I want to do the same things you guys want to do. I would love to utilize the top, you know, use your square footage, go up. But right now, it's just not feasible for us. We'd have no way to really get things up and down. And this is a retail space, right? This is supposed to be a storefront that we just converted into kind of our storage room here. So we're doing the best we can until we can figure out what our next course of action might be. We're not gonna overdo it on this. I just need it to hold until I can get it across the highway. Doesn't have to be a big fancy job. A couple rounds of duct tape and 2 more to go. Boy, I'll be glad to get these out of here. Have some space back. I can't even get out the door. I was able to get the scuff stuff, pallets across the street, into the new storage unit, and that turned into a little bit of an adventure. I got the door stuck. It took a little bit longer than I wanted to take over there, but then I went to the bank, did some other stuff. Now it is supposed to rain this afternoon, so I can't really put the bikes out, but now that those pallets are gone, I can kind of put them over here. And the Whatnot show is today, right? So we're gonna show everybody the ingredients for that. We're hoping for our biggest show yet. Some of that's gonna depend on time, how the bidding's going, and what other items I can add to the list. But let's get these bikes straightened up. This is driving me nuts. Hopefully I see some of you guys from the YouTube channel on the show today. That's always pretty cool when you guys cross it over and come visit me. Let's see what I can do with these bikes. Get them packed in here. These Mongoose bikes are really nice. These red ones, $100. I can't believe we didn't sell a bunch. I mean, we did sell a bunch of these, but I thought we would sell these out. I thought maybe today we would hear about the toy buy that's supposed to be here this week, but I haven't heard anything, which makes me wonder if it's going to get pushed until next week. That would not be cool. It'll be nice to get everything out of the way so I can vacuum, pick up the floor. Toy Store 2.0 is kind of a disaster area. We've put a lot of hours into getting this place straightened up a little bit, and I'm not even sure what time it is. The toy store's got to be about ready to open, but check out how much better this looks. We got those 3 Gaylords taped up, got them to the new storage unit, kind of moved the bikes over here, straightened up some tubs, and it is actually manageable. All right, I feel a lot better when Toy Store 2.0 is cleaned up a little bit. Imagine coming into work every day and it's just trashed. right? There's mountains of stuff laying around to do. It's kind of disheartening, but we got it cleaned up, ready to go for the most part. Now I'm still picking out things for the next Whatnot auction. And of course, that's today. We've got small stuff. We've got, okay, this is the small stuff. This is the tiny stuff. And then I think we'll run some mediums, but we'll just kind of see what we can get laid out here. And I am cleaning off the shelves a little bit. Should be able to start right up here. Line the toys down and easy to pick out. All the tinies we will put on the tables. Suzette will come in and start making boxes. And I'm gonna sweep up, get all this vacuumed up, finish rearranging this a little bit, and we should be ready to go. I don't know, I'm kind of pumped about this one. Hopefully we sell some good toys. I almost forgot, I bought another folding table, a smaller one that's adjustable, and we know how to spend money, that's for sure. If the toy store ever goes out of business, we will be able to rent out folding tables. We've got a whole bunch of them. So I'm gonna get this set up, and then we are getting very close. The toy store is basically open, and now it's just kind of the relaxation, the quiet before the storm, the final system checks, and hopefully we have a really good stream today. I am excited for this one. I felt like I kind of let everybody down last stream, last show. So hopefully this one will be just a little bit better. All right, the show is over and now we are working on the bigger boxes. We had 280 items sold, about 80 different packages, 85 different packages. A really good show, went really quick, about 2.5 hours. And that's about as much as I can do. 2.5, 3 hours, my back is completely done. And then that's a lot of boxes for us to ship, so it works out. Should be about like last time. That was our 4th show, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. We are rolling into Wednesday morning. We're doing eBay orders right now. Somebody bought a Skibidi toilet, $24.99. But the big project of the day is going to be the Whatnot orders from yesterday's stream. We ended up selling around 280 toys, something like that. And we've got them all shelved up here, ready to pick. Now the smaller items we put over here on the tables. So this works for now for the tiny stuff, but we're gonna have to change that up because we've got the 42K toy buy coming in. I thought it was gonna be this week, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be next week. And we did manage to get some of the Whatnot orders packaged last night. We're gonna try to get as many of those done as we can before the post office gets here today. And boxes, let's talk boxes. We had some help yesterday. Suzette and Jonathan, they made boxes up for us, and this will help speed up the shipping tremendously. You don't have to grab boxes, make them up, trying to figure out what you're doing here. And yes, overall, a very good show. I would say the best show that we've done so far. And I think Friday's even gonna be a little bit better. We ran a pretty wide variety of stuff. We had Lego all the way to Barbie, dinosaurs, action figures. You kind of name it, we ran it. Everything you find in the toy store, right? And it was fun. Again, just a blast. I love Whatnot. And eBay, whatever you want to call it. Probably just gonna kind of take a back seat here. We have sold, I believe, I don't know, over 1,000 items already. We've done 4 shows, over 1,000 items. We are up to 1,500 followers. So that is really good. And I don't know, I just feel like eBay's just kind of, you're spinning your wheels on there, really. So we qualify for early payouts now, and it just sounds like Whatnot's gonna be something we really lean into. And somebody paid 25 bucks for that Skibidi toilet. This basketball, I wanna say it went for $18. And then somebody bought this Bullseye Funko Pop, 15 bucks maybe. And then Dress to Impress I think this went for about $18. So 4 eBay orders to finish, and then it's Whatnot package time. It's pretty early. It's like 7 in the morning. Post office comes around 11. So we should be able to knock a lot of this out. Let's talk about that 42K buy while we're doing eBay packages. Lots of good toys on there, but there are quite a few Funko. So we are going to have a pop-up Funko show sometime maybe next week. The eBay order that came in while we were doing eBay orders, this Minnesota Wilds XL hockey jersey, looks like it sold for $26.99. And these are super easy to ship. Boom, put it in the bag. And that will probably be the easiest one of the day. We are working on orders still. I've got about 50 left, but most of them are 1 and 2 item packages. And this order I thought was gonna be a big time order. It's 8 items, but they're all pretty much tiny. So we will start over here, maybe Tiny 105, you've got a Tony. Tiny 78, another Tony, and we just go down the list. 72, 69, these are probably all going to be Tonys. We sell a lot of them. 68, and then I think that's it. So a pretty easy package, and it's been going pretty smooth so far. I don't want to jinx anything. We're pricing out toys for the shop. Let's start down here. Gigglescape pots and pan sets, really popular, 13 bucks. You've got Santa's Sleigh, 404.99, 33, and then these TMNT advent calendars. These are nano metal figs, 20 bucks. This big whale, 20 bucks, and these letters, I think they were $17.99. We are also working on the background for the Whatnot show tomorrow. I put up some advent calendars, some Christmas Lego, these TMNT advent calendars that we just looked at, and that Pokemon holiday calendar right over here. The one thing I did do different, I listed those as an actual item versus a bulk listing. So I put the shipping profile in there. I put, dollar start, but it's its own separate listing. And we're going to do that for a couple things. That allows us to run bigger items and not get hammered on the shipping, if that makes any sense. A lot of things happened all at once. The toy store has been pretty busy, but I've got some good news. That delivery that I didn't think was going to be here this week is going to show up tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So that is a good thing. New inventory, new stuff for the Whatnot show, new stuff for the toy store. Should go very smooth. We'll throw plenty of manpower at that. The second thing, I've got help with shipping. I got quite a good response with the Facebook post. I think maybe we'll have some folks that already kind of help us out, part-time-ish, maybe come in, do some of that. And then I've got a couple customers that come in pretty regular that want to help out. So they are going to come in Saturday and Wednesday. I'm still trying to decide how that's all going to pan out, but I think it's going to be fine. The more people we get to help, the faster it goes, and the less stress I put on myself, my brother. Shipping can be stressful if you know you got to get it done and you're kind of doing it by yourself and you're trying not to make mistakes. But I am going to finish cleaning up these boxes, right? I'm going to clean off these tables for tomorrow. And I've also been scooping items for tomorrow's show. I kind of forgot where I was at. I had some customers come in, but I am finishing up the tables. The boxes are done. We're going to have a big Funko show on Whatnot, so I'm trying to kind of halfway prepare for that. I'm putting Funko in boxes so I can set it to the side. I know there's a ton of Funko tomorrow, but that's really about all I've got. Just gonna finish this up, and this video is going to be all over the place. we have talked about a lot of different stuff, and that's really it. So I hope everybody is having a good week. You're ready for the weekend. Be sure to check out the Whatnot shows, the Overstock Toy Shop, referral link down below. And here we go, Toy Store 2.0, kind of the calm before the storm. Tomorrow we will have a delivery, we will have an auction, and I just dropped all those Magna tiles. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace.